Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Jess. I am 17 weeks pregnant. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and a couple dogs. If you hear them running around, it's because they're here. One of them's sleeping, one of them's playing, and the dogs are just hanging out. So this video is going to be my 14-week, 15-week, and 16-week pregnancy update. I am currently 17 weeks pregnant and 2 days. Can you wait till I'm done with the video? Can you go color for a little bit and then I'll come down?
But I didn't color now.
You don't want to color now? Sorry, Mara wanted to watch Blippi, so I had to go down and turn that on for her, but I'm so out of breath. First thing is something that is new to me is this shirt. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It was like $8 at Walmart, but it was in the men's section, and what were we doing? We were getting like stocking stuffers, and I saw it, and it's just like, let me see if I can show you. It's just like scooped on the, I can't hardly show you. It's scooped on the bottom and it's really long, and with my growing belly, I think it'll be nice just like as like a comfy shirt to wear. I do have my little cheat sheet as always, so if I look like I'm reading it, that's because I am. So basically I just like jot down every week the things just so I don't forget, just like symptoms and cravings and stuff. So first things first, I'm going to start at 14 weeks. So at 14 weeks, I started experiencing a lot of hip pain, and it was most of the time like when I was laying down or when I was sleeping, and just like a pain that like it wouldn't go away just from moving. It was just like I had to get over it. And also my arms were losing circulation in certain positions, so if I like laid down weird or put my arm up, it would feel like it was just either cold or not necessarily tingly, but like just felt like it was getting ready to fall asleep. And then the itchy skin started. So when you're pregnant, you obviously are growing and your body's growing and things are stretching out, and it's winter right now. There's like snow falling outside as I speak. But my skin was so itchy, and like mostly on my back and my arms, but I just had noticed that a lot starting at 14 weeks. And then I think this is really where I started to feel better when it came to like nausea and stuff. I was still really tired and irritable and that sort of thing, but I was not nearly as nauseous. If you didn't watch my previous video, I haven't been taking prenatals because they would make me feel sick, so I was just taking multivitamin. And I tried, I don't remember if it was right at 14 weeks or if it was like, I want to say it was like the day after I hit 14 weeks. I tried taking prenatals, and I think it was a Monday, and I got in the shower just like I usually would, and I was like gagging in the shower, like felt like I was gonna throw up. It was so weird. So didn't take them anymore after that. I had started getting headaches, so it was like I stopped being sick, started getting headaches, which I don't know, I guess I'd rather take the headaches than feel nauseous, but those headaches led into 15 weeks. So at 15 weeks, I still had the hip pain, I still had the headaches, still had the itchy skin, but I started using Johnson & Johnson baby lotion just because we have a ton of it, and we were using that on Jay's eczema. Update video on Jay's eczema coming soon. I started using that and bio oil. So after I had Mara, my mom had bought me this thing of bio oil, and I really didn't use it as much like to get rid of the stretch marks that I got from Mara. And I didn't really use it that much. Like every once in a while I'd use it and think like that's gonna help, which is not the way to go about things. But I did start using it like crazy. Went through the little bottle that I had from way back then really fast, so I had to order another bottle. So if you want to order bio oil, order it on Amazon because it's like $10 cheaper than the same size bottle at Walmart. The only thing with bio oil that I don't like is that like clearly it feels you or leaves you feeling oily. So like if I put it on and I need to get dressed really fast, it just hasn't like soaked all the way in. Also at 15 weeks, so those were the things that were kind of like stayed the same. But then right around this time I started feeling bigger, and like I'd put my shirts on and be like, wow. And it wasn't like, wow, there's a baby there. It was like, wow, I'm chunky. And clearly I've had 2 kids already. So number 1, I'm probably going to get bigger faster. Number 2, you know, like I already have a little bit of like tummy, not necessarily, I don't think my stomach necessarily had a lot of fat on it, but I have like loose, it's not a loose skin in the sense of like I lost a bunch of weight and I have loose skin. It's just like jiggly skin. And so I just feel like it made me feel frumpy and just chunky, which is not the best feeling, but I knew, clearly I knew, like I'm pregnant, that's gonna happen. Also, around ligament pain, I had been feeling this a little bit, but I really started to notice it when I went to the bathroom. So first thing in the morning, or like if I had been holding my pee for a long time, I'd go sit down and start to pee. It literally felt like my bladder was emptying and my uterus was like, just like lowering inches and inches, which I know it's just probably just shifting a little bit. But the pain I felt, I didn't have this with Mara, but I had it with Jay, but I didn't feel like it happened this early. But yeah, I had a lot of round ligament pain, and I still do, like when I get up too fast or if I move different or like stretch weird, I get really, really intense round ligament pain. Like after 15 weeks, I felt the baby move for the first time. So I had been feeling some things, you know, a few days before I felt this, but it was kind of that, like, can't tell if that's gas or can't tell if that's the baby. I'm not really sure. So I just was like, it's probably gas. But this time it was like, it felt like a little thump. And I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely the baby. I also tried to start taking the prenatals again right around this time. And same thing happened. It wasn't nearly... Okay, well, you're about to die. So hopefully we get through this. Okay, sorry if something just changed on your screen. But anyway, we have to get through this because my phone is going to die. But like I said, started taking prenatals again. I didn't feel as sick, but I still felt sick. I was like, nah, not gonna do it. So I'm still just taking the Prilosec and a multivitamin and vitamin C. I stopped taking the vitamin B in the 16th week, which is what I'm gonna move on to next. But right before 16 weeks, something that I was craving, specifically craving, I've had a lot of like random cravings, but something I was specifically craving that week was pickles and cream cheese, which is not super weird. I think it tastes awesome like all the time, especially with ham wrapped around it, but since I'm pregnant, I'm not supposed to have cold ham. So pickles and cream cheese, I just had like bought a thing of pickles and some cream cheese and would eat it. Then 16 weeks, round ligament pain was still happening. Just the same thing, like if I move too fast, yada yada. The congestion from the beginning of my pregnancy is back. Now, it never fully went away, but it's like back. And I don't know if it's because my kids are kind of sick or what it is, but it's annoying. But it's also like my nose is bleeding and that sort of thing, and it's dry outside, so no good. During the 16th week, my car broke down, and I was very distraught about it just because it kind of was the death of my car, and I've had it for 10 years, and it was just sad. So I went a few days, I was just borrowing my mom's car, and then it was just super emotional. Not only just like life stuff, but the whole like not having a car just made everything worse, and it's not that great. But then a week later, I've got a new vehicle, so it's all good. I could fit all of my kids in there and have some room in the back for all of our junk. After the 16th week, leading into now, I've been working out consistently So it was just the weekend, so I didn't work out. I'm trying to work out 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday, and then take Saturday, Sunday off and just try to be active, like up around the house or go, grocery shopping or whatever. But it felt really good. I'm actually not going to our gym at the moment. We have weights and things, and I just set up a little station downstairs. I've got an assault bike down there, and that's where I go do my workout in the morning, and then I come up and get Jay ready, and it works great. I just feel so much more productive with my day when I start the day with a workout. My skin's still been itchy, and I just still been trying to moisturize a lot, and I feel like that's helped. I'm not nearly as itchy as I was, but something weird that happened was that at school one day I realized I had like this rash in my mouth, and I thought I had this little spot up here, like I had eaten too much salt or something a few days before, but then I looked in my mouth and I had like just these like red, I don't know, patches. So I thought I was having an allergic reaction because I had just eaten some dates, and I'm not really somebody who has dates on a regular basis, so it was super weird. So it kind of freaked me out in the middle of the school day, thinking like I could feel my tonsil it was like swollen a little bit. So I went to the Med Express, and they said I either had a viral infection, and that's just how it showed to me instead of like getting sick, or it was a bacterial infection. So she said I could have mono, but I didn't have any other symptoms, and they tested me for strep, and it was negative. So the only thing that she could technically treat was a bacterial infection. So she gave me a prescription for that, and I picked it up and all, but I was like, I'm not gonna take this if like I don't actually have a bacterial infection. So I'm gonna wait and see like how the symptoms go, and if they go more that route, then I'll take it. So it didn't end up looking like a bacterial infection. It was just a viral infection. So she thinks that I just like, ran into a kid that was sick with a viral infection, and I got it, but I just got a rash in my mouth instead. Super weird, and it's not all the way gone, but it's way better. Lately, I've had a lot of disrupted sleep, so I'll wake up at like 1:30 or 2:30, and then I'll be up for like 2 hours wide awake, and then all of a sudden I'm like crashed out again. So, I just usually do something like occupy myself instead of sit there and lay with my eyes open, which is probably not the best if I like get on my phone and stuff, but that's just what works for me. And then usually like watching something tires my eyes out and I'll pass out. I did have a craving of deviled eggs, which I've tried now to move that craving on to something else. I love eggs, and so the deviled eggs wasn't super out of the ordinary for me, but I was like making heaps and heaps of them. So I'm trying to have like poached eggs on avocado toast instead. Ooh, my feet are falling asleep. Or just boiled eggs in the middle of the day at school instead of deviled eggs. It's just a little bit better. Other than that, I haven't had a ton of cravings besides like, I'm loving fruit. I'm really loving my protein shakes in the morning lately, especially just because they're fast. And then, of course, like the lemon water I'm still doing. So far, this pregnancy has been the toughest out of my others. But with that being said, I haven't had anything crazy go on. It's just been like I felt a lot more sick. I felt a lot more tired. Maybe that's because I have 2 kids already. Maybe not, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because this is my 3rd kid and my body's tired. I am not sure, but I'm, 17 weeks, and in a few weeks I'll be halfway through this pregnancy, which is crazy to think about. I think, oh, it's gone by so fast, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going by so slow. But I'm excited. I think once I hit that 20-week mark, I'm in the baby's room right now, which is actually Jay's room at the moment, but the baby's gonna keep this crib, and then I'll probably take Jay's, like decorations. Some of the stuff will stay in here, but we did buy Jay a toddler bed that matches Mara's, so Jay and Mara are gonna share that room, and I think once I go back to school from winter break, or probably during winter break is when we'll put his bed up and all that. He might still sleep in here for a while, just until he's totally ready to sleep in the toddler bed. But yeah, so then I think I'm gonna try to get this room ready and, you know, switch the clothes over and all that stuff to the other room so that this is like the baby's room and that's it. We still have the mini crib and the stuff that Jay used, you know, when he was a newborn, which that will go in our room or downstairs depending on if I want to sleep on the couch or in the bed when he's born. It's still so weird to say he. I have to like force my brain to say he because I'm still convinced that it's a girl. And I don't even care. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I'm just convinced that it's a girl still. It's so weird. So one thing that did happen, after we got the car, we went out and we went to McAllister's that night just because it was late and of course I didn't want to cook. And when we were getting out, I was like, Mara, your little sister's gonna be right here in this seat. And Russell just looked at me and was like, you know it's a boy, right? And I was like, oh, shoot. I don't know why. I don't know. But I think in 3 weeks, I'll get the 20-week anatomy scan. And, you know, that's when they do all the measurements and you could see the baby and they like check all of the stuff they're supposed to check. But I think I'm not going to tell them that I already know. Or maybe I will. I might tell them I already know what the gender is, but I don't want to tell them what it is so that they're not swayed one way or the other. I want to know what they actually see and not like make up in their head because I don't know. It could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's probably not wrong, but you never know. Either way, it'd be cool. If it were to be wrong somehow, we don't have any girl stuff anymore, so we would have to get a lot of new things. But regardless, this video is getting a little bit long. Make sure you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my next upload. Say bye, Rascal. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. He's been being very patient with me. He didn't scratch me for like 8 minutes. I'm gonna go play in the snow. Say hi. Okay. Ignore this dirty mirror. But here I am. I feel huge. Really huge. I've got these leggings. But I feel like when I take my shirt, like when I pull my shirt up, I look smaller than, I don't know. In real life, I look bigger than this, I think. But yeah, 17 weeks.